Hey you guys, it's Miss Alexander, and today we're working on Module 5, Lesson 40 of Engage in New York. Our objective today is to solve word problems involving the multiplication of a whole number and a fraction, including those involving line plots. So let's go look. Here's our vocabulary words to review, just in case we need them for our assignment today. If you need to, go ahead and pause the video and come right back once you're done. Welcome back, you guys. Hopefully you know your vocabulary words. If you notice, right here is usually where we have our steps. When it comes to word problems, sometimes it's not exactly the same steps for each word problem. So let's go look at our first example. Look, we have a chart, and it looks like we're dealing with rainfall in inches and months. So the chart above shows a total monthly rainfall for a city. Use the data to create a line plot. So here's our line plot. It's a scribble. Go ahead and jump in. And so I have been nice enough to put the chart inside here, and we have a cool number line. So I'm going to go right here and go to scribble. It says 2 and 2/8. So I know 2 can go into 8 and 2 can go into 2. So it's technically 2 1/4. So I'm going to sit here. Oh, I need to hit this. And quick, let's go. Let me get to scribble. So I'm going to go to 2 and 2/8. If I notice, I've got it marked off in quarters. So 8s would be adding 1 in between. So I'd go 2 and then 1, 2. So right here, I'd put an X the best I could. And then I want 1 3/8. So I'll go 1, 1, 2, 3. Then right about here, I'd put another X. And then 2 3/8. I'd put another X. 2 5/8. 4 1/4. 2 1/4. If you notice, I'm doing the best I can with what I have. 3 7/8. And the reason I know how to do this is because I know that 4 is half of 8. So I know if I go in between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'd get 8s. And the actual tallies are quarters. So 3 1/4, 1 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be right about here. 3 2/8. 1 3/4. And then 1 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, right here. Okay, so now that I've got that, I'm going to go ahead and hit save and close. And it comes up nicely for us, which is good. Okay, so now that we have created our line plot, I'm going to center that just a little. It looks like that is all we're doing. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. You do the best you can. So I'm going to go to our next question. It says, what is the difference in rainfall from the wettest to the driest months? So let's go look up here. And I'm going to try to find the wettest month. So I'm looking for the biggest fraction. It looks like it's 3 7/8. See this? I knew 3 was my biggest, and then I just had to find the bigger fraction. 7/8 is bigger than 2/8 or 1/4. So I'm going to come right down here and go 3 7/8 minus, now you need to find the not as wet month. So I'm going to look for a 1. This is 3/8. Well, that's not. Actually, I think that is our smallest one, because 5/8 is bigger and 3/4 is bigger. So it's 1 3/8. So I'm going to come right down here and go 1 3/8. So we're going to convert our mixed numbers. Remember to do that. That's taking our denominator, multiplying our whole number, and adding our numerator. So 3 times 8 is 24, plus 7 is 31, and we put that over our denominator. So here's the new fraction we're working with. It's the same thing. It is equivalent to 3 7/8. But before we go any further, we need to do the other one. So we're going to take the 8, multiply by 1, and add 3. So 8 times 1 is 8. And if I add 3, I get 11. And I put that 11 over 8. So here's my new fraction. It's same equivalence as 1 3/8. So what I'm going to do is change my colors, because I forgot I had colors right below. So these are the colors I'll be using. So I have 8 and 8, and I realize I do not need to use step 2, only because, guess what, you guys? They have the same denominator. Now that I've got the same denominator, it's time to jump step 2 and step 3. And we're going to take that 31 and we're going to subtract 11. We're not going to always be easy where we can just skip these two. So 31 minus 11 is 20, because 1 minus 1 is 0 and 3 minus 1 is 2. It gives us 20. So we're going to put that over our denominator. So this is where we need to switch these steps up. Give me just a minute, you guys. Because it seems some of you do better with this step here. So now that we know that we have a improper fraction, we will turn that into our mixed number. So 8 goes into 20 how many times? You can skip count, you can divide, you could draw a picture. However you can get to the answer and getting a mixed number. I'm going to stick with the skip counting. 8, 16, and I'm going to capture that 16, because if I add 8 more, I know it would go 24, and that's too much. So I'm going to 16, 17, 18, 19. I have 4 left over. So right here it shows that I have 2 and 4/8. Then I'm going to simplify, because that 4/8 can be reduced or simplified. So I'm going to quick insert a special character. I'm just going to write DI, and here's my division sign. And I could do 2 over 2, I'll start off with that one. And 2 goes into 4 how many times? Yes, 2. And 2 goes into 8 4 times. And I did that. I'm going to quit because I know they're both even. Do another set of dividing by 2. So let me quick get that here. And 2 goes into 1 time, and 2 into 4 goes 2. So my answer is, oh, I forgot to leave my 2 at the bottom. 2.5. That is my answer that we have. But the problem is, you guys, well, there is no problem. It is the answer. Some of you might have seen it this way. I have 2 and 4/8. And we're going to divide. Instead of dividing by 2, we could have just divided by 4 if you knew that 4 went to 4 and 8. And so we'd have our 2, and 4 goes into 4 1 time, and 4 into 8 goes 2. So it depends on how you saw it to how you got your answer. Either way works. So right up here, I'll go up to here, and the difference is 2 1/2 of rainfall. Okay, as you're doing these, make sure you read and have fun with it. Remember, not all the problems are exact same. Sometimes you will have to find a common denominator. Other times, you don't. Just read the problem and do the steps you have to do. As you're doing this, to remember, have fun and smile, giggle, and wiggle. Talk to you later. Bye.